Hi everyone and welcome to class today. Today we are going to discover the twist in a totally new pose. So it's quite a rare pose. It's twisted chair pose but in a very fun variation. And we need quite long hamstring for today and twist. So let's start on the floor and prepare with you a strap to help you connect your hand to your foot if your hamstring is not long enough. And 2 blocks. Start on the floor and sit up straight. Keep your hands onto your knees and close your eyes. Let's start taking deep breath here as you inhale and exhale. Let's take about 10 breaths. Be slow and calm with your breath. Change your breathing pattern into long breath so we can maintain this breath even in twisting and stretching. And keep your face pretty calm. And after 10 breaths, you can start moving from your neck. Let's warm up the top of your spine by turning your head around. Make big circle. Try to make the circle as big as you can as you bring your head very low down toward your belly, very much to the side to touch your shoulders and very much to the back. Then let's do the other direction too. And then stay still. Bring your head back to the center. Let's inhale, bring your arms up, and now keep your right leg bent. Straighten your left knee. And make sure that both of your hips will still be on the floor. You can bend your knee at first and then bring your left arm inside your leg. Try to bring your knee higher to your shoulder. And see how much you are for today. So let's make your knee higher than your elbows. And maybe you can slowly straighten your legs if it allows you to. Let's inhale, turn your chest up. And exhale, bring your arms further and further to the side. Inhale, turn your chest up more. And exhale, turn your arms more and more to the side. For one more breath, let's inhale. And exhale. Slowly get out of this pose, bring your arms up. And then your right hand behind you. Back bend, press through your hands. Keep your heel and your knee on the floor. Lift your hips up. Inhale and exhale, slowly sit down to the floor. We're going to try to hold your hand into your foot. If you cannot reach your foot, let's hold the strap. Wear the strap around your foot and hold your hand as close as you can. Left arm inside your knee and turning your chest up. As you inhale, try to push your right hip down to the floor. Every time you inhale, turn your chest up more, and every time you exhale, bend your elbow. It's like you're pulling with your right hand and feel the stretch. So as you bending your elbow, it becomes an active stretch. It will stretch the side of your body more as you bend your elbow. And slowly get out of this pose, move the strap out. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And exhale, forward bend. Keep your hip on the floor. Don't lift your hip up. Start walking your hands forward and forward. Let's inhale, raise your heart up. And exhale, chin to your chest. And then slowly walk your hands back. Inhale, bring your arms up. Let's bend your left knee and straighten your right knee. At first, let's keep your right heel on the floor and bend your right knee. And see how much you can bring your right elbow toward the floor. So if you can put your elbows down to the floor, that's awesome. Let's slowly straighten your leg. And then bring your left arm over your head. Inhale, turn your chest up. And exhale, bring your hands more and more to the side. As you inhale, raise your chest up. And exhale. And then let's inhale one more time. And exhale, reach your hand further. Let's press your left hip down to the floor. Don't let your left hip up. Then slowly come up as you inhale. Bring your left hand behind you. Ready for the back bend. Push your foot down to the floor and your knee. Reach your top hand as much as you can to the back side. And then slowly sit down to the floor. Find the strap and wear it on your foot. If you can hold your foot with your left hand, that's awesome. Even when you bend your knee, that's already great. You can hold your foot there. Or wear the strap and hold the foot. Your hand on the strap as close to your foot as you can. Bring your right arm inside your leg and start turning your chest up and up. Let's inhale, lengthen yourself, and exhale, turning more and more up. Maybe you can straighten your knee, but that's optional. You can keep bending your knee and feel how your knee is very high up to your shoulder, and pull with your hand, bending your elbow, and feel the stretch happening more and more at your left side. And then slowly get out of this pose, release the strap. Let's inhale, bring your arms over your head, and exhale, forward bend with both of your hips still on the floor. Inhale and exhale. You can walk your hands further and further in front of you. Maybe your elbows can be on the floor. Inhale, raise your chest up. And exhale, bring your chin down to your chest. It's like you want to curl yourself. And then slowly walk your hands back. Let's inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, bring your legs together and facing the front of the room if you're not there yet. Then find the strap and wear the strap on your right leg. As you inhale, sit up straight, raise the leg up. So you're stretching the hamstring here. Try not to be rounded. Try to tilt your pelvis forward. So that means you try to keep a small arc on your low back. And push your foot more and more into the strap. Let's inhale, chest up, and exhale, shoulders down, pulling with your arm. If you can feel like you can hold your foot, then that's awesome. Let's hold your foot there. Point your toes toward your face and try to keep your knees straight. And then let's bend your right knee. Put your left leg down to the floor. So we try the compass pose again. Hold the strap with your left hand and bring your right arm between and underneath your knee. If you can put your knee onto your arm, that's awesome. You can try making your hand like a letter C, put it into your calf and try to put your knee back and into your arm. So sometimes you end up here, very low. You cannot go further. That's great enough. You can start from here. So bring your hand underneath your leg and slowly straighten your leg. Okay, so this is if your knee end up somewhere around your elbow. But if you can put your knee much higher, then you have a strong grip here. You can slowly turn straighten your leg and turn your chest to the other side. To the other side. So the same here, you're going to kick with your foot into the strap and you're going to pull with your arm. And then slowly get out of this pose. So this pose is extremely hard. We just have a taste of how it feels. We're going to do it later. Put your foot down to the floor. Oh, sorry. Hold the strap again. And now both feet on the floor. Let's wear the strap on your left leg and slowly straighten your leg. Try to keep your back straight and bring your shoulders down. So don't be rounded and don't make your neck short. Flex your toes toward your face so it's stretching you more and more in the calf muscles. And then we're going to try the compass pose. So hold the strap on your right hand, bend your knee, bring your left arm underneath your knee. The other leg, you can put it on the floor so it's easier for you. So there'll be some situation here, or you will end up with your knee very low on your arm. You can lean forward a little bit and just work from here. This is fine enough. Or your leg can be higher than your elbow. Then that's great. You can use your left hand as a C and put the C into your calf and have in bringing your knee higher and higher onto your shoulder. And now let's slowly straighten your leg. So your head will be underneath your arm. Maybe you end up here. This is already a lot. Or you can start turning your chest to the right side into the compass pose. Take deep inhale and exhale. There's a twist here in this pose. And you don't have to look like me at all. You will be to the limit that you have. You will be where your body is right now. And slowly get out of this pose and move the strap away. Let's go to lay down to the floor. Sphinx pose with your forearms down to the floor. Let's inhale, raise your chest up. And exhale, bring your shoulders down, low. Take a few breaths here and inhale and exhale. And then let's lay down to the floor. Push up into table pose. Cat and cow for a few rounds. So inhale and exhale. 2 more rounds. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Make the cat and cow very big because you have been doing some twist. So we are balancing your spine out by doing forward bending and back bending. Then downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, knees down, half chaturanga. You can lay down to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, table pose. Let's inhale, bring your right leg up. And exhale, step your right foot toward your right hand, ground yourself. Now let's turn your back leg to the right side and put your left knee so that it's on the same line as your right foot. You can find the strap and wear it on your right foot here. Then you're going to raise yourself up. Inhale and straighten your right foot on the floor with your toes pointing up. The gate pose. And exhale, bring your hand down to the floor. If you feel like the floor is too far away, hold a block with you. And turning your arms over your head. Gate pose. Maybe you can lower and lower yourself. You may not need the block anymore. But try to push your hips forward in front of you. And now let's bring your left hand, hold into the strap. Hold as close as you can and try to bring your head underneath your arm. So if it feels impossible here, let's hold longer into the strap. Alright, so now your head will be under your arms. And we do the same action. Push your heel forward and pull with your arm, with your hand. So you feel that stretch in your hamstring and in the side of your body. Keep breathing very much here, pushing your hips forward. Inhale deeply, you will feel the stretch happening on your body. And exhale. And then let's slowly get out of this pose. Move the strap out to the side, bend your knee. And bring your back foot to the back side. You're going to stand up into high lunge. Inhale, stand up from the floor. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale and exhale, twist. Put your arm outside of your leg. And push your hands toward each other. Try to keep your back leg away from the floor. Inhale, lengthen into your spine. And exhale, twist more and more. And slowly come back to the center as you inhale. Slowly stand up into high lunge pose with a lot of control. And exhale, a back bend. Raise your chest up. Keep your legs really strong. Look at something in front of you. And a bit up. And slowly bring your hands down to the floor. Step your front foot back. Plank pose. Knees down to the floor. Very slowly with a lot of core control. Lay down to the floor. Ideally everything at once. From your face to your knee. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine in down dog. Think of how you're bringing your hips up higher. And you're lengthening from your spine. Then let's slowly move to plank pose. And bring your knees down to the floor, table pose. Let's inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose for a few rounds. One more round in cat and cow. Feel the flexibility of your spine. And then see in cow pose and bring your left leg up. Inhale, exhale, round yourself in cat. Step your left foot forward to your left hand position. Be ready for gate pose. At first, let's wear the strap into your front foot and just leave it here. Turn your right leg back. So now your right leg will be behind you. And put your knee and your front foot on the same line in your mat. And let's raise yourself up. Now you're facing the side of the room. Straighten your left leg. Keep your left heel on the floor and bring your left toes up to the sky. Inhale, bring your arms over your head, the gate pose. So think of how your hip will always be in this position and not pointing back like this. Keep your hip right here, bring your left hand down to the floor. If the floor is too far away, you can hold your hand on a block. If it's too much on your hamstring, bend your knees slightly and then turn yourself. So this is kind of like the pose we did on the floor. Janu Savasana twisted. It's stretching you in the hamstring and in the side of your body too. So every time you inhale, turn your chest up, and exhale, reaching your hands further and further to the left side. After a while, when you get used to the pose, maybe you can lower the block, or you don't need the block anymore. Then you can get rid of the block. Keep a few more breaths. Breathe in and out. And feel the stretch whenever you inhale. And then let's bring your right hand down and find the strap. Walk your hand on the strap as close as you can. If you can hold your foot, that's awesome. You can do that. And then bring your arm over your head. So if you feel like it's too much, it's stuck here, let's lengthen the strap so you can really bring your arms over your head. Then pull with your hand and push with your heel. So the two actions will help you stretch more of your hamstring and the muscles on your right side. Keep breathing. A few more breaths, stretching a lot on the side of your body. And then you can slowly come out of this pose. Bend your knee, bring your foot back, move the strap away. And then change your back leg position, so now you're facing the front again. Tuck your back toes and be really strong with your legs so you can slowly stand up from here into high lunge. Bring your arms over your head as you inhale in high lunge. And exhale, try to be stable in the lunge. Going to bend your knees more, bring your hands in front of your heart into twisted lunge. Inhale and exhale, turn yourself to the left side and bring your right arm outside of your leg. If you fall out of the pose, just slowly come back. Stay here for about 3 breaths to find a twist. Every time you inhale, think of how you're lengthening from your tailbone to your head. And every time you exhale, push more of your arm into your leg and your leg into your arm to twist. If you fall out of the pose, let's slowly come back and make your legs stronger than before. And I fall. And then slowly bring your hand down to the floor. Step your front foot back. Plank pose. Knees down. And make one straight line from your head to your knee. And bring everything down to the floor at the same time. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's stay for a while in down dog. Think of how you want to bring your hips up higher, but your spine is being taller and falling toward the floor. You can bend your knees, you can raise your heels up. And for today, let's walk your heels and bring each heel closer and closer to the floor, so that you start stretching in the hamstring too. Try to put your heels on the floor without changing your hip position, so your hip is really high. Look in front of your mat and step your feet forward toward your hands. Let's inhale halfway up and exhale forward bend. As you forward bend, stick your belly to your thighs and sink your hip down. So you in kind of a chair pose, but with your belly on your thigh. Let's bring your left hand down to the floor and raise your right hand up. So you're in twisted chair pose. And then turn your right arm so that it will be over your head. So here, let's face, your right hand will face down to the floor. And your bicep will be right next to your ear. Try to pull your right arm back, so now your neck is long. Your neck will not be covered by the right shoulder. And stay here. Turn your chest up more and more to the side. And then let's change hand. So bring your right hand down to the floor. If you feel tired, you can do the forward bend with straight leg first and then bend your knees again. Right hand down to the floor. If you feel like the floor is too far away, a block always helps. Turn yourself to the left side and then bring your left arm over your head with your palms facing down to the floor. You feel your left biceps right next to your ear and then pull your left arm bone back, so now your neck is long. Take a few more breaths here and turn your chest up more and more toward the sky. Start feeling it's quite stretchy in the outside of your left buttock. And slowly get out of this pose. Ground yourself and stand up. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And exhale, arms alongside of your body, mountain pose. Keep your eyes closed. And take a few breaths to calm down. As you stand at the front of your mat, let's do some side bending to stretch the side of your body. Inhale, bring your arms up, and you can hold your hands together. Let's bring your arm bones down so you have long neck here, so you will not touch your shoulder into your ears. Inhale and exhale, push your hips to the right side as you stretching to the left side. Now it's stretching a lot on your right side. Keep your legs very stable on the floor. Both of your legs are strong here. And think of turning your chest up and up. So you're stretching right to the side of your body. Take a few more breaths. Every time you exhale is a chance to go deeper into the pose. And then inhale, slowly get out of this pose. Bring your arms behind you and then in front of you for about 3 rounds. It's like you're swimming. And then bring your arms over your head again, touching your hands. Inhale and exhale to the right side. So now let's push your hip a little bit to the left, but try to stay still with both of your feet. You can use your bottom hand to pull your top hand more and more to the right side, and then turn your chest up a little bit so you aim the stretch right at the side of your body and underneath your arms. Every time you exhale, you can go deeper into the stretch and slowly come up straight. Bring your arms in front of you, behind you, and behind for 2 more rounds and 1 more round. Okay, inhale, arms up, and exhale, sit down into a chair pose. I'm going to try that action again. Bend keep your knee bent and bring your belly down to your thighs. Keep your left hand down to the floor and raise your right arm up. Then turn your arm over your head. Sit down lower and lower. So maybe you feel your knee touching your arm here. Your left knee touching your arm. Take a deep inhale, reach your hand even further. And exhale, bring your hand down to the floor. Step your right foot back, a long step. Inhale into high lunge pose. And exhale, bring your back foot down to the floor in warrior 2. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And exhale, reverse warrior. Go really deep. Think of how you want to touch your hand down to your foot. Of course you can't, but that's how deep we go. Let's inhale, we go up. And exhale, straighten your front leg. And bring your knee down to the floor. Bring your hand down to the floor. Triangle. So you can use a block if you cannot reach the floor. The top arm will be over your head and reaching down to the floor. So you feel a big stretch happening in your right side now. Think of how your side is turning up toward the ceiling. So the biggest stretch will be in the side. By turning your chest up a little bit. Think of how you want to hold your foot here. Of course, it's very hard to, but that's the direction we're going to. And then let's slowly bring your hand down to the floor. Let's find the strap with you. Make a loop with your strap already. Wear this loop into your back foot. Right. And then let's hold the strap with your left hand. So reverse warrior. Hold the left hand as close to the loop as you can. Bend your front knee and turn your chest up. You can walk your hand closer and closer toward your foot in both hands. One along your leg and the other hand is along the strap. And keep sinking your front knee so you feel a big stretch happening on your left side right now. And then slowly get out of this pose. Move the strap out and this time wear the loop on your front foot. Straighten your knee. We do triangle pose again. And wear the strap into your front foot. So let's put your left hand on the floor or the block. Hold your right hand as close to the foot as you can and bring your head underneath your arm for the stretch. Walk your hand closer and closer. Maybe you can go very deep. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you can touch your foot too. But if you don't, stay where you are. And the most important thing here is not the shape, but it's about feeling the stretch happening on your right side. Take deep inhale and exhale. And then you can slowly get out of this pose. Move the strap out of your way. Pyramid pose. You can use both block. Put them to the side of your foot. Change your back leg position. So now your hips are facing the front. Let's inhale halfway up and exhale forward bend. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale. Keep your hips high but bring your belly down low to your thigh. It's like you want to kiss your own shin bone. It's fine if you bend your knee. And one more time. Inhale, exhale. Then let's put the blocks to the side and step your foot back. Plank pose. Knees down to the floor and carefully put everything from your face to your knee down to the floor through a half chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, table pose. Let's inhale, cow pose, and exhale, cat pose. Then go to the center and we do kind of cat and cow movement but to the side. So inhale, and when you exhale, bring your head and your hip to the left side. Inhale, center, and exhale, head and hip to the right side as much as you can. And then let's inhale, bring your right leg up. And exhale, step your right foot to your right hand position. Turn your left leg back again and make your knee and your foot on the same line. Keep your right hand down to the floor. And now we're going to try to lift your front knee up and put it on your shoulder. So here, your knee is already on your shoulder. Let's bend your front arm and point it out underneath your knee. See if you can lift your heel up and put your hand there underneath your heel. So here we are. And see, maybe you can lift your foot up. And then let's find the strap again. So you can watch me first for this action. I'm going to wear the strap into the foot. I'm going to hold the strap as close to my leg as I can. And the strong connection between my knee and my arm is here. I'm going to use my arm strength to pick my foot from the floor. And I'll be here, kind of in this pose. So let's try that together. You can try it several times. And each time you can hold into closer and closer toward your foot. Maybe eventually you can hold your foot. So that's great. If you end up here, you cannot turn your head underneath your arm. It's fine. Just stay where you are or lengthen the strap. Ooh. So think of how your foot is kicking into the strap and your arm is pulling. Alright, and then slowly get out of this pose. Move the strap out of your way. Bring your back leg back to its position inside the mat and step your front foot into downward facing dog pose. Walk your heels on and off the floor in down dog. And then let's bring your right leg up. We're going to do the wild thing. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Open your hip to the right side, bend your knee. And then bend your left knee too to lower yourself that you can bring your right foot down to the floor. And then stand only on your left arm. This time we're going to not turn your chest up to the ceiling, but we will turn the side of your body to the ceiling. So your chest will be to the side. And bring your right arm over your head. It's like your right hand wants to hold your left hand. It's reaching toward your left hand. Very big stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Right hand down to the floor into plank. Step your right foot forward. And the other foot will follow. Inhale into halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. Bend both knees, chair pose. Inhale. And then step your feet closer to each other. Twisted chair. Squeeze your knees together. Bring your hands in front of you. And turn yourself to the right side. Push your arm to your knees and your knees to your arm. Into twisted chair. You pull your left hip back a little bit. So now your knees will be equal and your hips will be equal too. And then slowly stand up straight as you inhale, arms over your head. And exhale, bring your arms along your body. Take deep inhale and exhale. And calm down in this pose. Wait for your heart to beat slower and your body to get cool. Relax in your body, just enough energy to stand straight here. And intently make your breath deeper. And then let's slowly open your eyes and stand at the front of your mat again. Side bending again. Let's inhale, bring your arms over your head. Use your left hand to hold into your right wrist or forearms and pull it to the left side. Keep your legs really strong and turning more and more to the side. It's like you almost fold yourself in a 90-degree angle. It feels like your right hand wants to reach the floor on your left side, and it's stretching you very much from the side of your hip all over the side of your torso and under your arm. And then slowly get out of this pose. So in side bending and back bending, always keep breathing. Let's bring your arms over your head again. Use your right hand to hold into your left wrist or forearm and pull to the right side. The same here. Try not to turn your chest down. Keep turning your chest up so that the stretch will be targeted to the side of your body. Every time you exhale, it's a chance to go deeper. Just feel like your left arm wanting to touch the floor on the right side. It's a big stretch here and very needed. And then inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, exhale, release your hands. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward bend. We're going to try the low chair pose with your belly on your thigh again. So think of how you want to bring your hip as high as your knee. It's much lower than you thought. Your knee will be moved a little bit forward. Keep your right hand on the floor or on the block. Turn your chest to the left side like a twisted chair. You can touch yourself as you see if your hip is as low as your knee, and then bring your left arm over your head as you turn your chest toward the sky. Think of how your left hip wants to pull back, but your left hand wants to go further. So you create a stretch situation here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's bring your hand down to the floor. Step your left foot back, a long step. Prepare the strap with you nearby because we're going to use it soon. And slowly stand up in high lunge pose. Inhale into high lunge. And exhale, hands holding to your hip. Bring your back foot down to the floor, warrior two. So we're going to do warrior two and triangle twice. One without the strap and one with the strap. Keep your hip low. You can bring your feet even further away from each other. Bring your arms out as you inhale. And exhale, reverse warrior. So in reverse warrior, go very deep. It's like you want to reach both hands toward your foot on the floor. Take a deep inhale and feel the stretch happening on the side of your body. And exhale, you can go even deeper. So on your left side now, it's called a lateral flexion. You are flexing to the left side, but on your right side, it's a lateral extension. You are stretching the muscle on your right side. And then inhale and exhale. It's a triangle pose. Straighten your leg. You can bring your foot a bit closer so it's easier for you. Put your hand down to the floor or to the block. And now let's bring your top arm over your head. And not only over your head, it's trying to reach the floor. It's trying to hold to your foot. So it's a big stretch from the side of your body all the way from your foot to your hand in the left side. When you inhale, you feel it stretching you very much on the side. Then let's find the strap with you. Bend your front knee again. Stand up into warrior two. You have a loop in the strap. We're going to wear the strap into your back foot. So take your time to fish your back foot. Oh my God, I'm not fishing it. Once you have the strap on your back foot, let's stand up in warrior two position. So wide leg, bend knee and hip low. Hold the strap with your right hand and your left hand will be sliding along your back leg. So here, if we are flexible, our back knee would tend to collapse in. That's what happened to me all the time. You have to purposely push through the outside of your back foot and open your left thigh bone out. And then let's bring your right arm over your head in reverse warrior. Both hands want to go to your foot. One is sliding on your leg and the other is walking on your strap. Keep your front knee bent all the time. And whenever you inhale, you feel stretching a lot on your right side. And then let's slowly get out of this pose. Move the strap out of your back foot. Step your foot a bit closer and take your time to wear the strap into your front foot. So we go fishing with your front foot. Triangle pose here. So again, if you're flexible joints like me, I tend to turn my knee in triangle and any other stretchy pose. So an option is to bend your knees very small, so small that you can't see it bend, and turn it out in external rotation. Let's hold your left hand into the strap. Your right hand can be on the floor or the block. Hold the strap as close as you can and then turn your head underneath your arm. Keep walking your hands closer. Maybe you can be very close or can even hold your foot. And that's great. But if you are far away from your foot, it really doesn't matter. The most important thing here is to feel the stretch coming from your left side, all the way from your foot, through your hips, to your torso and under your arm. And your arm should be right above your ear. And then let's slowly get out this pose. Move the strap out. Find your blocks with you. Pyramid pose. Change your back leg position. And then let's raise your chest up as you inhale. And exhale, forward bend. It really doesn't matter if you're bending your front knee a little bit. It still stretches you where you go to pyramid pose. Inhale halfway up. Try to tilt your hip bones up and back. And exhale, forward bend. Maybe your head is very far away from your leg, but think of how you want to kiss your shin bone. And then inhale halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. And then let's slowly get out of this pose. Move the blocks to the side. And plank pose. From plank, knees down through the half chaturanga, gently put everything down to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, table pose. Now in table, you can move cat and cow or side bending, or you can go all those directions. So you can bring your chest out, up to the side and back. So right, up, left and down, all four directions here. You can do the same with your hips and with your neck. Any movement you like. Discover your own body movement. See which kind of movement make you feel more flexible, and then change the movement. And make the movement really big, so it's improve your range of movement here. Then you can do cat-cow too. You can do side bending too. Close your eyes and do in any order, any shape you want. Don't have to be in any specific order or shape. And then let's stay still and bring your left leg up as you inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand position. Prepare the strap nearby and then bring your back foot to your left side and change your knee position so your knee and your foot will be on the same line. And now your knee is already very high on your arm. Let's lift your front heel up and put your hand there. So you bending your elbow and you pointing your elbow out underneath your knee. So this is now, your leg is now leaning on your arm. Let's try to see if you can lift your front foot up. Maybe you can squeeze your knee like this into your arm and lift your foot up. So let's try to feel that. And then we're going to pick your foot up with the strap. Wear the strap on your foot. Hold the strap with your right hand, and you're going to use your arm strength to pick your leg off the floor. Here we are. And then let's try a few times. Maybe you can straighten your leg. And try quite a few times, because this is a very complex movement. You are quite twisted and bendy in a funny way. So you have to try a few times to get used to it. Maybe one more time. Okay. And then we can get out of this pose. Move the strap to the side. Bring your back leg into the position. Step your front foot back into downward facing dog. Walk your heels on and off the floor in down dog. And bring your hips up really high and feel your spine getting longer toward the floor. Try to pull your shoulders up so that it they will be away from your ears. And then we're going to do the wild thing pose. Bring your left leg up as you inhale. Open your hip to the left side, bend your left knee, and then bend your right knee too to lower yourself and put the left foot behind you. For today wild thing, your chest will be facing the left side and your left arm will be over your ear. Try to push the outside of your left hip up higher and higher, and think of how your left hand wants to hold your right wrist. Actually, if you can hold it, then that's awesome. But if you don't, keep reaching your hand there. Keep breathing deeply and feel a big stretch happening on the left side of your body right now. And then exhale, bring your left hand down to the floor, step your left foot forward, and your right foot will follow too. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Chair pose as you inhale, hip low, and raise your body up. Step your feet close together, hands in front of your heart, twisted chair. So here, keep your hip quite low. Turn yourself to the left side, bring your arm outside of your leg. Push your hand into each other and twist. As you twist, pull your right hip back a little bit. And keep deep inhale and exhale here. For one more breath, inhale and exhale. And then slowly get out of this pose. Very gently stand up. Inhale, maybe give yourself a back bend. And exhale, arms along your body. Stay here. And calm down in your breath. As you stay here and take a break, you can open your eyes and watch me do the pose that I want to introduce to you today. So we need a block and strap with you and come closer to the wall. Let's leave the block in front of you here. First, let's try to do chair pose with the wall. So you will sit down and make your knees 90 degrees. Like this. It's like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Okay, so stay here for a while and feel how your hips has to be as low as your knee. It's this low. And then start bringing your heels back a little bit and bring your belly to touch your thighs. You can step your feet back a little bit more. So now you can stand with your feet, and without the wall you can still be here. So you try to bring your hip out away from the wall for 1 centimeter, and then you can bring your hip back. Keep your hip as low as your knee, so it's much lower than you thought, and it's quite tiring on the front of your thigh. So you can watch me first here. I'm going to put the block between my feet, and then my left hand will be on the block. I'm going to use a strap in my right hand to pick my left foot up. So I wear the strap on my left foot, keep holding in the block, maybe the low side, and my torso will turn to the right side. So bring your leg up and turning to the right side. So you feel you can see my knee is leaning on my arm. And then I will get out of this pose and stand up straight. So it's quite a bit tiring for the front of your thigh. Let's try to do that together. So sit down and first sit without the wall, and then bring your hip to the wall so you will be less tired. Now your knees will be a bit over your foot, but that's fine. Keep your hip low as your knee, so you can really see that on the wall. Wear the strap on your left foot, keep your left hand on the block, and lift your left heel up so your left knee is already on your left arm. Then you can pick your left foot up by using your arm strength and turn your chest to the side. So here we are. You can stay here for a few breaths. And then slowly get out of this pose. You can try again one more time. If you feel like you are very close to your foot, you can use your hand to hold outside of your foot. So you can try that. If you don't want to try, you can stand up and shake your legs. I'm going to wait for you before we do the other side. So for the other side, We start the same way. Squat down, make sure you can sit here without the wall, and then put your hip on the wall so it will be less tiring. Put your right arm on the block now, maybe on the floor if you feel like it's possible for you. You're going to stand with your left foot and your right hand, and you're going to pick your right foot up. So let's wear the strap on your right foot. Lift your right heel up. So now your knee is already on your arm. Then let's hold into the strap. Make your hip low so that your leg can go up high. And turn your chest to the left side this time. Whew. Pulling with your arm. Use your arm strength to pick your right foot up. Take a few more breaths. Whew. And then slowly get out of this pose. So you can try this one more time. And maybe you can try holding your left hand into your right foot. If you don't want to try, stand up and give your legs some nice shake. And once you are done with the whirl, you can try this pose without the whirl. So just remember that if you feel like it's so hard to pick your leg up, you can sit your hip a bit lower. Maybe your hip is not low enough. If you fall, it doesn't matter. You have some fun anyway. This pose is quite complex. And all the benefits of the pose, like side stretching, hamstring stretch, we all got that from other poses. Okay, so I'm going to try without the whirl with my right hand holding my left foot. So I will stand with my right foot and my left hand on the floor. Keep sinking the hip low. Wear the strap into the foot. Maybe you can hold your foot too. And then lift your heel up and bring your knee on top of your arm already. Keep your hip low so that you can bring your foot up and turning to the side. This is a crazy pose. Whew. But it's quite fun. And then go out from the pose. Take a small break before we try the other side. Calm down with your breath. And then let's try the other side. So sit down low, wear the strap on your foot. Put your right hand into the block. And now we're going to stand with your left foot and your right hand. You're going to pick your right foot up. Lift your right heel up, bend your right knee. So now your knee, bend your right elbow. So now your knee will be already on your arm. Going to pick your leg up, and you sit lower and lower when you want to bring your leg up. And turn yourself to the left side for the twist. Keep deep inhale and exhale. Stay here for a few breaths. I can feel it stretching me so much on the right side now. And then slowly get out of this pose too. You can sit down to the floor. That was a lot of twisting and side bending. And shake your legs in front of you. Let's bring your legs toward each other. Bandha Konasana pose. You can put one block or even two underneath your feet. So we encourage deeper forward bend stretch in this pose. If you have blocks underneath your feet, hold your arms underneath your legs and hold the blocks. If you feel like this doesn't work, you can remove one or both blocks and just do a normal forward bend pose. So in here, let's bring your chin to your chest. It's like you want to curl yourself into a ball. It's like you want to touch your forehead to your belly. Then let's slowly get out of this pose. Move the blocks away from you. And lay down to the floor. So let's lay down and stay a bit away from the wall. We can try to do a kind of plow pose with the wall. So stay for a while, and remember, in plow pose we should have a pillow to support your your back, your shoulder. So if you want to prepare the pillow, let's prepare it. I always have a pillow nearby. If you don't have a pillow with you, then try to squeeze your arms into each other and you can make the muscles on your arm like a pillow. If you have a pillow, try to put the edge of the pillow on the edge of your shoulder and stay a bit further away from the wall. So it's like your shoulder to the wall is about one leg, or not bigger than one arm. So yeah, here is enough. Right, so I'm going to bring my knees toward my chest and maybe take a momentum, put my feet on the wall here, yeah, and then hold my hands into the hips and start walking your feet down toward the wall. As you are here, you can straighten your knees and keep hugging your elbows in all the time. So here, if you don't have a pillow to support your neck, squeeze your elbows toward each other very much. So that you don't feel the bone on your neck is crossing down to the floor. If for now it's crossing for some reason, then you should get out of the pose earlier. So you just feel the shape of the pose and you know that next time you're going to have a pillow for the plow pose. And then to get out of this pose, bend your knees, walk your hands in your buttock and slowly roll back. Lay down to the floor into Savasana. That was a lot of side bend and twist. We did some, and through side bend and twist we earn more space in our spine to do the forward bend. Let's bring your heels away from your hips and your arms, your hands away from your shoulders. Start feeling the space that you are getting back in your torso, in your belly. We have been forward bending and twisting. So feel how your belly get more space. The muscles in the side of the belly will stretch. And in the side of your belly, we have oblique muscles that help you to side bend and to twist. So if you stretch them, they all related to each other and they will have you gain more flexibility in side bending and twisting. Feel your belly and start coming down with your breath. Relax your legs and your shoulders on the floor. And especially your face. Feel how your breath is calming down eventually. It's so relaxing now and easy to breathe compared to when you were in the twist. So enjoy the flow of breath going in and out of you freely. And eventually relax all the muscles on your face too. After these kind of twisting and side bending, I always feel my belly moving and sounding funny. So listen to all the reaction in your body. In yoga, they say that the twisting, side bending has a detoxing effect for your body because they have squeezing and massaging into the deep organs that we can never touch. Stay where you are for now, as I will get out of this pose and finish the class. Thank you very much for doing the class today, and we will see you in the next class. Namaste.